Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Lanmoutarot. This is a general reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and um, rising signs. I'll be using the Cosmic Tarot for the main reading and the Tuft Tarot for any clarification if needed. Spirit, what message, guidance do you have for a Cancer friend for this first week of July? Guidance message for Cancer. Guidance message for Cancer. And for the past couple of readings, I've been kind of trying so hard to keep these readings under a certain amount of time, but I think I'm gonna, this was the 10 of Cups that flew out for you, Cancer, which is beautiful. But we're gonna ease up on that. We're just gonna let it flow. If it happens to be 45 and another one is 5 minutes, that's what it will be, okay? I just want to allow the message to go through. Message is for Cancer, Spirit. Message is for Cancer. 10 of Cups. And we have the King, the 9 of Wands. I almost said the King of Wands, and it did come out in reverse. I don't shuffle my cards in reverse, but if it comes out in reverse, I do read it as such, okay? That's the only time I keep the cards in reverse, unless my intuition tells me to flip it back up. Additional messages for Cancer, Spirit. Additional messages for Cancer. What additional message you have for Cancer friends? Cancer friends. And the Hermit. All right, and at the bottom of the deck we have the 7 of Swords, and I do meditate in the energies and pre-shuffle the cards, and the 10 of Cups did I'm sorry, 7 of Swords did come up for you, Cancer, earlier as I was shuffling, so I'm not so surprised to see it here. So for me it would have even more of a significance, okay? But now we have the 10 of Cups, which is the card of emotional abundance, right? And the way she's sitting there in the nude, just surrounded by those cups, overflowing cups, okay? This is overflowing of abundance, not just abundance, almost overflowing of abundance here. It seems almost like they're not even cups. They're like champagne glasses. You know how they stack the champagne glasses at certain events, and they start pouring from the top, and it kind of cascading down to fill up the other cups. That's kind of why it feels like, because it seems like there's a mountain and some kind of a waterfall in the back, and that's what's filling up those cups. And again, another way to see it, Cancer, for you, it's kind of like that saying that says the well of abundance of the universe is infinite. It's as if to say that your abundance, your emotional abundance, is infinite, because those cups are being replenished by nature, okay? It's being replenished by this waterfall, and she's just sitting there like looking at the cups, and she has that I don't know if you can see that blue, I believe it's a blue, beautiful blue, almost purplish color scarf over her head. That's the only thing that's covering her nudity, okay? And then she's sitting just looking at the cups, almost like in profile, almost examining something that it's there for her for the taking, almost like not taking advantage of it, almost not knowing exactly what to do with all that overflowing of emotions, right? And her face itself seems very emotionless. Even in her body, her posture, it's almost like she's closing herself. It's almost a self-protective posture she's holding. But there's so much that's being said nonetheless, right? It's as if those cups that are around her, all these emotional things that are happening around her, are speaking for her. Like there's no need for her to emote anymore. Or for you, Cancer, that are watching this, there's no need for you to say anymore, to emote anymore, to almost even release anymore, to even partake in the exchange of energy. You're just allowing it to happen around you while you're sitting in the center, neutral, knowing almost like it's safe and secure, that it is there for you if you need it. but I feel almost like right now you're in such a mood that you're not really taking advantage of it all. And is it because of this? Because that's what we have at the bottom of the deck. That seven, let me bring it closer here. That seven of swords, right? And I feel like for some of you it's almost kind of like you were dealing with some kind of a situation that left you a feeling, perhaps like you felt like you were deceived, because the seven of swords is a card of lies and deceit, and sometimes someone pulling the wool over your eye, okay, and a lot of in a sneaky way, like sneakiness, and it could be mischievous sometimes. But here the way she's just walking away in that yellow garment is matching the beautiful yellow hue of the moon right above her, almost creating a halo, right? And then all the swords are behind. It's as if like all these troubles, all those lies, all those thoughts or ideas, because swords deals with the intellect, right? Could be ideas and thoughts. You're leaving them behind. Anything that no longer serve you, you've realized that now. Anyone that's pulling that's trying to pull one over you, you kind of like, you know what? I'm not playing this game. That's what it feels like. You're over it. You are not playing this game. You're burying those words like they're literally planted. Some of them further down in the ground, in the soil, than others. Like they're being planted and you're walking away, right? I believe that's you. And if someone else, if it's somebody else, especially an air sign in your life that was bringing all that mental, almost mental anguish, right, into your life, they some way somehow the universe is creating its magic to make them to just leave you alone. Like they're gonna walk away from all the mind games, like the seven of swords. Sometimes I see it as mind games. They're gonna walk away from that, okay, to give you release. And that's why perhaps you right now, you're not even in the mood to fully enjoy all that's around you. But what we have is the nine of wands. The nine of wands is that's I can't help it. That's such a gorgeous man in that card, right? And we have this lion behind, and the lion, there's five wands, and behind the lions, it's almost like the lion has the same face. If you look even closer, they resemble each other with that gentleman's face there. And there's five wands in red behind him. It's almost like that was. It's almost like someone is trying to restrict the beast within, right? It's in red hue behind him, almost like a little barrier, like you've been X'd out, lion, and there are four ones up front that's representing him. And he's standing there strong, tall, like ready to protect himself. But this, the animal spirit there, the instinctive part, the aggression, is almost like it's being restrained, okay? It's being restrained. And this actually came out in reverse. And we know the nine of wands is a card of setting boundaries, right? Setting boundaries, protecting the turf. And in this case here, is it that you're allowing everything to happen around you and you're not setting up enough boundaries around you? You're not protecting the turf as you should, right? That's a question I feel like you need to ask yourself, Cancer, okay? Is it that at any moment someone can come out and pull the swords out of the soil, because some of them are barely planted, are barely, barely inches in, and then to play the same little games again? If you're just sitting there holding you in self-protective mode, you're protecting yourself, but it's almost as if there's a need to almost to release, okay? If someone hurt you, let me put it plainly for you guys, okay? There's reading the cards and there's letting the message come through. Let me put it plainly for you. If someone hurt you, especially if it's a romantic situation, if it's a career thing, things didn't go your way, someone manipulated the situation in a way that left you feel very unsatisfied and very much at odds even within yourself, and you feel like and you know this is your path, right? You believe that was your path to success. You believe this was your Ten of Cups. This was where your abundance lay, your happiness rest. And then you're watching this thing happening around you, wondering how. but this is supposed to make me happy. Why am I not happy, right? And you holding all of those feelings in, all of these doubts in, all of these inner thoughts and conversation, they're all playing in your head, right? And you thinking by not expressing yourself, this is you protecting yourself or protecting the situation, or any possibility that things might change, things might take a turn. So I think with this Nine of Wands in reverse, and with that lion in the back, which is the symbol of Leo, right? A strength, sheer strength, and almost with that red, because the color is so different, almost a reflection, like it's like your inner animal spirit being refrained there. You're putting a strong face forward, and then behind what you're restraining is the aggression, it's your strength, it's that animal instinct. I feel like there's a need to release. Okay, there is a need to release. Not expressing yourself, holding on, giving a neutral outlook, just appearing to be strong is not going to cut it. You actually need to release that inner strength. Okay, you actually need to release that inner strength, Cancer, that you have, not just appearing to be. Those 4 wands are not gonna cut it. You're gonna have to bring all of the 9 wands forward, and to allow this really let go of that trying to control how much strength you can display. Let it all in, and let it all manifest within you. Okay, spirit, the universe, pray on it. They will guide you on how much strength, how much aggression, how much protection that you need to display. You need to exhibit when the time comes. But you trying to control yourself so tightly here, like you literally almost binding yourself. That's a self-protection mode here. Like it's not going to play out for you. And the last card we have is the Hermit, and the Hermit is the card of going deep within, taking that time to really do the work, the inner work, right? To really do the inner work, to tap into our deep intuition, to tap into our deep knowing, to understand ourselves, not just intuitively, mentally, and also spiritually, right? And even our physics, right? We may have to go and gain our strength, our physical strength, to renew that, to replenish that. So the Hermit is really doing the work of the self, for the path, for the life purpose, for our own, it's not even just for our consciousness, it's really for like the wall, right? For the wall of you, that's also going to affect the wall of everyone else around you, and the whole community, the whole world, the whole universe. So this is the Hermit. Yes, it is a tall order, but I like this Hermit card here. Like, look at this. It's almost like there is a star. Is that the moon? There is a star shining, right? Like the thing with the Hermit card is like you are always being guided. Okay. Yes, you must go in this journey alone, but you are always being guided. Always being guided. And we have a 10 here, a 9 and a 9, and whatever that is that you've been going through, Cancer, it seems like it is coming to a completion, right? We almost have completion mode. So this is swiftness. This is what we have here, and I was just saying, almost at completion mode. This is a tough day. We just started shuffling, and swiftness come through, and it is you, Cancer, who has to come to an understanding to get that wheel in motion. Because this 8 of Wands here, it's an 8 of Wands. There's a rainbow. Now you have a rainbow on with that 10 of Cups. So this is like the universe. This is spirit saying there is so much for you to have. All the happiness that you want to have, that you've been working towards, it's there for you, and it's really all up to you to enjoy, to switch the mood, to switch your perspective, to go like, these cups here overflowing, they're all for me. I can drink from any of them, like to really change things, because this is an 8 of Wands. Of 8 of Wands, right? Communication, travel, departure. But look, there's not only a rainbow creating this beautiful archery on top, but there's also a wheel. And this is a minor arcana. It's the wheel of destiny here, almost. This is the way I always see this card. This is you. You can choose to spin that wheel for it to set to any mode that you want. Cancer, is it happiness that you're really looking for? It's all up to you. And you can get it like this. Like this, that fast. Okay? You can change that. You, yourself, just changing your perspective, changing your the way you're seeing things. And for some of you, it may be your surrounding, the environment you are currently in may need to change. Because you have all this abundance there for you, but you're not really enjoying it. It's almost like you're looking at it, but it seems so far. It's almost you're closing yourself off of it. But that's not going to protect you. You're thinking by doing that because you were hurt, that's what's going to give the protection. No. Putting a front is not going to protect you. Really allowing yourself to open up, to open your heart chakra, to really open up, to be willing to experience all of it. Okay, to go, the wheel keeps on turning, right? There are times we're on the north, we're on the east, we're on the south, we're on the west, right? There is a departure point. There are detours along the way. There are lessons to be learned. There are corrections to be made to the course, right? To the path. And eventually, if we keep going in faith, with determination, with a sense of purpose, we arrive at our destination. And it's still yet up to us on how we view this journey. And this is the story for you, Cancer. And I feel like the Hermit here is the prescription on how for you to get to that. Not just you can change your perspective, but it's really have to go deep within to really learn, who am I? What is important to me? What are the gifts that I have? What are the gifts that I have that I want to share? What are the gifts that I have that I need to work on more, to foster more? Where is it that I can shine? You know what I mean, Cancer? You have to do that work in order for you to really be able to do that opening up. Because either you just closing yourself off in trying to protect yourself, that doesn't work. Or you're putting a front that I'm strong, you can't come to me, I have boundaries and stuff. That's not going to work. But really understanding yourself, really get to the bottom of who am I, what's important to me, why am I here, what's the purpose of this journey for me, what are the lessons I'm supposed to learn during this cycle here, right? Trying to do that inner work will eventually allow you to just be, right? To not be trying to control things, to release and surrender, and to just be, and to follow the journey, and to enjoy the journey, and to just open up, not just your heart chakra, literally all your chakras, to just open up, to be able to receive the messages, to be able to interpret the messages, to see the things that you need to see, the signs that are coming to you, right? To be able to communicate, to be able to really love, receive love, and give love, to understand what are your goals, your life purpose, your desires, to know the things, when is it that you really need to show that protection, that aggression, how to procreate, how to be, to stay grounded in this earth, to have that human experience, but yet still growing spiritually in consciousness, in awareness, as a person, as a mother, as a sister, as a brother, as a husband, as a wife, as a child, right? So yes, it is a tall order, Cancer, but I feel like you are up to the task. You're absolutely up to the task. And having the Hermit there is Spirit telling you, we will help you along the way. We have a flipper. Look at this. Look at this, Cancer. 9 on 9. This is the nine of cups. Happiness. That's right there underneath that 9 of wands. Happiness. Happiness. Opening up yourself, that's what you get to. Happiness, allowing that animal instinct, that inner strength to really shine through. Not just with 4, like bringing all those 9 of wands to the forefront. That's what you get to. Not just like setting boundaries just so, you know, from a point of paranoia, but to be that strong person that you are. Okay, we have a new moon in Cancer coming up. It's about like foundation, the home, to really protect the turf, right? Cancer is yes, you're an emotional sign, you're a water sign, but Cancers are fiercely protective. That's the thing about Cancer people don't realize. My godmother's a Cancer. She's the most, the closest Cancer that I know that I've been to. Cancers are fiercely protective. Okay, so there is a sense here, Cancer, like in doing that protection thing, you may be inhibiting or delaying or not taking full advantage of all this happiness, the 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and the 8 of Wands right there for you. That can happen just like this. The Empress, more abundance. Oh my goodness, Cancer, really. And at the bottom, 4 of Swords. I really love that 4 of Swords come right underneath the Hermit, besides that 7 of Swords, because really recovery is in order. Recovery is the order of the day. Really, to take that time for yourself, Cancer, that's what's really gonna get you away from that 7 of Cups. To understand what happened in the past that left you hurt, like to understand that wasn't all your fault, that wasn't all you, and to leave this behind, you really have to take that time alone. The Hermit, really, it's a journey that you have to go on alone, guided of course by your spirit guides, guided by your ancestors, by the angels, by the universe, but it's a journey that you must take alone. And having that Truth card here, the 4 of Swords, is also a card of rest, of taking some time away, of really finding that mental stability, that mental strength. Okay, so we have here, Cancer, we have the Empress on top of all of this, right? We have 3 9s and a 3 here for you, and 8 and 10. When I say you're almost there, you're almost there. You really don't have to do that much, but to tap into that inner magic, Cancer. During this new moon, make it that new beginning that you're gonna set yourself, you're gonna set for yourself. Okay, there's a lot of abundance, especially emotional abundance, to be experienced during that time. The Empress is a card of abundance in love, in finances, in money, in family life. She rules the Emperor, right? I hear people saying the Empress could be the third party. I could never see that. The Empress is on top of her game. She rules over all the kingdoms. The Empress is the ultimate, feminine energy that we have here. Venus to look up to. And this is you. This is what you get to be, Cancer, at the end of this journey. Okay? But you need that time to really go deep within, to really allow yourself to be, not to stifle your inner strength, not to, I say stifle, I think they say stifle, but either way, not to be in that mode of, I like to live in fear and to be scared, to really experience all there is. No. Ooh, that was fast. Flirt. That's your woman's angel oracle card. Flirt. Okay. I feel like this picture is not good. We may need more light here. And at the bottom of the deck, we have true love. Before I put back, this is a woman's of a lifetime. So if this is a romantic situation for some of you, this could be the person, Cancer, that was trying to put a front like they don't care for you, that they keep putting some sort of boundaries, but you could see through the boundary. Okay, you could see through that boundary that they were trying to put through, and you knew they were your 10 of Cups, and they knew you were the 10 of Cups. So that's why they were putting this 4 of Wands up front, to show strength. But there was more to the story. All the strength, all the passion with the Lion was behind that calm demeanor, right? That's another story here for some people that's coming through. For those of you, especially those of you that is a romantic situation. But this person, I feel like it is again that masculine energy that has gone into that journey to really go deep within, to understand that love is not a game. Love is not a game, and that no matter how many mind games that they play, they cannot lie to themselves. And I think that they're coming to an understanding that happiness is on the line here, and there's so much to be gained from it by coupling. And it may be someone too that had issues with committing here, to issues with, if it's not you, Cancer, it's that other person that have issues with uh commitment issue, right? There's a term we use for that, commitment phobia. Okay, there may be someone that had that didn't know how to open up, to really be in a couple with another, to really share, right, in everything. And I feel like for you, Cancer, if it's that has been happening to you, that is coming to an end. And the reason why it's coming to an end is because that person has gone on a journey to do the work, and they also understand that you are the happiness, and they also understand that there's a great amount of abundance to come to them, to you, to each other, to your foundation that you're trying, both of you can create together, right? That there's a great potential for a wonderful life, for success, okay, out of this coming together. And and the card that I pulled out again was flirt, and it says here, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Extend your lighthearted to others. Don't front. If you're feeling the love, okay, if it's someone else who's been trying to give you those four ones up front, and setting up boundaries that it's not making sense to you, or some days, but you know there's more than this, there's more, you could feel it. They're about to show their true face, because they are actually doing the work, because Spirit is calling them to do the work. And at the bottom of the deck here we have Earth Grid, and we have two, it's almost like a reflection of the Earth here, right, on top of number 59. And the card that came out for you, Cancer, is Himalayan Passage. Such a beautiful card. The Himalayan Passage. And this is the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck. And I always read, this is number 14. I always oh my goodness, look at this. I open it straight right down to that card. So this is definitely your message, Cancer. And I read it from the book, so you guys can really get the full message here. Okay? Rebirth, number 14. Himalayan Passage, rebirth. Hold a significant event or insight, past, present, or future, in your awareness. Sense where it sits in your physical body. What does it feel like in your emotional body? What information does it bring to your to you mentally? How does it affect your spiritual knowing? Each of these insights offer guidance surrounding the lessons you have been gifted. Each provides a means to a deeper understanding of events that transform your life and offer you rebirth. Thank Spirit for the opportunity to learn, grow, and change. Know that the ultimate gifts are healing and transformation. Use the sound of the to release any trauma and incorporate this insight into your present. If that's not on the nose, I do not know what is. Thank you so much, Spirit. This is everything we've been talking about so far, Cancer. Okay? There is something that happened that left a mark on you where you cannot allow yourself to experience that abundance, okay? That's the first thing they tell you. Hold a significant event or insight, past, present, or future, in your awareness. What is it? How did it affect you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? Oh, that's what we're talking about here with the Hermit. It's not just higher consciousness with the Hermit. It's really the whole, like I mentioned before, that really, and then use that information. How does it affect, like, use that information to see what lessons, okay, that you've been gifted. It's a gift, because it truly is a gift. You have the Empress, happiness, and the Ten of Cups here, right there for you. And when I say you can get it like this, you really can get it like this. Swiftness right under the Ten of Cups. That's how fast you can make it happen for yourself, because it's already here. It's you blocking that, not being able to experience it because of whatever it is that event was, whatever it is that left you a little bit scarred and scared to open up, Cancer. Okay? And they say here to thank Spirit for the opportunity to learn, grow, and change, because you will. Once you go to that, you took that time alone to rest, to reflect, to really introspect. You go to that hermit journey. with the guide of spirit, you're really going to grow. You're really going to learn mostly about yourself. And here they're asking you to thank spirit for that opportunity. Okay, know that the ultimate gives a healing and transformation. Yes, there is happiness, there is abundance, earthly things to be gained from that. Okay, but just know that the ultimate gifts is the actual work that we're all here to do during this cycle and this journey, which is healing and transformation, to learn, to grow, right, to advance spiritually in our spirit, and use the sound of to release any trauma and incorporate those insights into your present. So meditate. You can do it anywhere. You don't have to sit in any specific position to meditate. You don't need to have the comfy pillows. You can sit in your car for 5 minutes before you get out to start your day of work, and just close your eyes if you must, and just go deep within and clean your mind and your way for those 5 minutes and find that inner peace, Cancer. Okay, I this has gone long. I'm glad that I actually mentioned at the beginning that I'm not gonna pay attention to the time, because perhaps that's why I said that, and I wasn't planning on saying that. I mean, I even when I pay attention to the time, I still, let the message go through. But I feel like I needed to, and I know there was a lot of repetition. I needed to really lay out the message the way it came out for you, Cancer. That's very important here. This is just season. We have a new moon in Cancer coming through. Really take that opportunity, take that moment for yourself to really let go of anything that might have left you a little bit like scarred, okay, emotionally. I am sending you so much love. Thank you so much for your support. Like, come back again for the next week in for the next set of reading. Remember, love is the only answer. Thank you, Cancer. Bye.